I'm really looking forward today because I'm going to be doing a Nano marine tank build. I have a small 23-litre tank that used to be a shrimp tank, and I was going to sell it, but I just never got around to it, and I thought that this would be a good opportunity. Don't mind all my cat hair, but I thought this would be a good opportunity to show that marine tanks don't have to be big and scary. I think there's a lot of misinformation about marine tanks, and they can just be as simple as freshwater. In fact, I mean, up until now, I think my marine tank is probably less maintenance for me than my tropical tanks. One of the biggest problems people face with marine tanks, from what I've experienced anyway, talking to customers and, you know, first-time marine customers, is overthinking it and thinking that you have to do all of these tests like right off the bat. Obviously, you do want to be doing, you know, the standard tests, nitrite, ammonia. But other than that, in the beginning, if you are, especially if you're only doing a fish, you know, a fish tank, like a marine, fish only marine tank, that was hard. You don't need to be testing for anything else, really. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to do. And yeah, let's do it. Chonk he's desperately trying to climb the tank. I am gonna cheat a little bit in this video, and I'm gonna use some rock from my already established marine tank, purely because I am cheap and I don't want to buy any more, and also I kind of want to make some space in that tank because it's a little bit crowded at the minute. I have a little bit too much going on, so I am gonna cheat. This is just like old rock that I didn't use in my tank, but yeah, it just looks like that. So that's what you would get from a shop. And then here I have some leftover sand. This is coral sand, crushed coral sand. And then here is like actual crushed coral. This is optional. I just have this because it was like old stock at work, so we were just selling it off in like little bags. So I'm just gonna add that for a little bit of detail as well, but that is not necessary. I've just come back. Chonk. I've just taken a load of rock out of my tank, and I'm just going to start placing it in the small tank. This is what I've come up with so far. I might end up changing it, but I kind of just wanted it all in one corner and then to have some open space, but I might get rid of that because I think it might be too big. And yeah, I might be getting rid of that, but I'm gonna fill it up, and then I'm actually just gonna fit the filter. I'm just gonna slide it down there. Filled it up. I've realized a very crucial step in marine tanks, and that is washing the sand. In my tropical tanks, I don't bother washing sand. I'm too lazy, I can't be bothered. But in marine tanks, you absolutely must wash the sand because it is literal milk, and it's going to take so long to clear. it's been a couple hours and it's not looking too bad. It didn't actually take that long to clear, which I was pretty happy about, but when it started to clear, I was a little bit apprehensive about it. I'm not loving what I've done. I'm not loving it. As you can see, it's extremely dusty, and that is purely because I didn't wash the sand. There is dust on absolutely everything, all over the rocks, all over the filter, all over the heater, all over the macroalgae. You absolutely must wash your coral sand. This is just a warning to anyone starting a marine tank. You must wash your sand. I did actually debate taking it all apart and washing the sand and changing the layout. Like I said, I'm not really loving the layout. It's not really what I was going for. I did actually find another rock, which I'm tempted to put in and kind of see how it looks, but I just don't know if I can be bothered moving it all. I actually wanted to explain as well about the filtration. So the filter that I've got in there is just a 50-litre filter, obviously filled with filter floss, like I've shown. The reason why I just have that in the filter is because I want the water to be crystal clear. Now, most of the filtration in marine tanks actually happens within the rock and the sand bed. That's another reason why I like a thick sand bed. I know a lot of people don't, but in my opinion, I just think it's better. So most of the filtration is going to be happening in the ocean rock. I'm not sure if anyone knows, but you don't technically have to have ocean rock and coral sand in marine tanks. You can have normal, well, you know, sand that you would use in a tropical tank and rocks you would use in a tropical tank. But the main thing that happens when using ocean rock and coral sand is it increases the pH of the tank, which is what marine fish need. So marine fish need pH sitting at around 8. I think before I do anything else, I'm gonna replace the filter floss in the filter because it is absolutely filthy. I'm just gonna give everything a quick wipe so then it's not absolutely covered in dust, and then possibly add some more rock, see what this one kind of looks like, see what we can have a play around with. So it's actually the next day now, and the tank, as you can see, has cleared up quite nicely. I'm probably going to take this filter out now because it's not really needed. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy with it. I am going to test the water just to see where it's at, because I would like to add, a little something just to kind of keep it ticking over, because, I mean, really, it is technically already established because I've just used rock from my already established tank. So if the parameters are all fine and the temperature's reading fine, the temperature's sitting at 25, then I'm gonna go ahead and buy a little something. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. This is exactly what I wanted here. I wanted like flat surfaces for the, you know, the fish that are gonna be in here to be able to perch, and room for corals if I wanted to add corals. There are a couple soft corals. Yeah, the corals that I'm going to be keeping in here are only going to be soft corals, I would say. I'm not gonna start diving into hard corals in this tank. It's, you know, it's just a nano tank. I just kind of wanted to see, you know, see what it would be like to have a nano tank. But I am going to get a couple fish to go in here. Nothing crazy, but yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. It looks cute. Okay, so I would say from these tests that we are all good. We have the tiniest bit of nitrate, no nitrite, and no ammonia. So let's go get some fish. I'm back from work and I have some fish. So I'm just gonna quickly float them for 20 minutes and then I will add them in.